Hi, I'm Scott Davis. Welcome to New World Birth. By accessing this presentation, you're inviting me to share this information regarding our passage through this challenging and very hopeful time. This is the care and feeding of a new world age for the Gregorian date of April 15th, 2012, and One Dog in the Mayan Tzolkin calendar. We'll also be discussing the Taurus new moon, Mercury moving back into Aries, and the Sun moving into Taurus. April 15th is One Dog, which carries the themes of loyalty, playfulness, sensuality, teamwork, protection, generosity, warm-heartedness, guidance, commitment, justice, fidelity, consistency, family and friends, and the faithful companion during times of darkness. William and Viola of ZolkinCalendar.com write that the Yucatec Maya name for this sign literally means door, portal, or gateway, and symbolizes the journey that we all make from one world to the other, not only in death, but as we transform inwardly and rebirth ourselves. Thus, dog, as our underworld companion and guide through darkness, represents faith and loyalty surviving even after death. I love that quote. Anyway, this dog Trecena, or 13-day period, is a great time to use your faith, courage to illuminate any dark areas in our lives and share our warm-hearted guidance to assist others through the door that leads to the light. Astrologically, the One Earth Trecena begins with both Mercury and Mars moving direct, and also we have Saturn and Pluto are moving retrograde. Having Mercury and Mars moving forward again feels like a huge relief from the energy of the last month, as we've had communication, transportation, and technology can all now return to normal as Mercury starts to really pick up speed here, and moves into Aries, which inspires us to begin something new. And then once it merges with Uranus on the 22nd, there's just going to be no holding back in implementing the course correction that we've become aware of from going through this whole process, the retrograde cycle. Likewise, Mars is still just picking up some speed from turning direct on the 14th, which is part of a very beneficial trine, which is a wonderful angle that it forms to Jupiter and Pluto. And this signals a powerful and positive shift is now occurring after this past months, where we had Mars entering into Virgo during the retrograde shadow phase in November, and then its second phase where it actually appeared to be moving in reverse since January. So these are periods of integrating the new energy from these past time periods. And for Mars, this is going to last until June, around the solstice. So we have plenty of time and opportunities to implement this new course correction that we've become aware of since November of last year. So anyway, April 15th is One Dog, which is unity experienced through enjoying being with family and friends, with the Sun being opposed by Saturn, which illuminates our purpose and the need to have a plan to methodically and cautiously remove obstacles to realizing that purpose. With the Aquarius moon being challenged by Jupiter, supported by Saturn, in harmony with the Sun, the day begins with feelings of generosity, and then later shifts to kind of a quiet time where things seem to be running smoothly. The 16th is Two Monkey duality experienced through creating new beginnings as Mercury enters into Aries, which brings a surge of energy for new beginnings and impulsive communications. On that day, we've also got the Pisces moon merging with Neptune, opposed by Mars, stimulated by Pluto, and challenged by Venus, brings a day of emotionally shifting energy from empathy to feeling irritated to bringing up deep feelings coming to the surface, and finally feeling affectionate towards loved ones. April 17th is 3 Road, which is about taking action to serve your community. With the moon in Pisces in harmony with Jupiter, this brings enjoyment of congenial interactions with old friends. The 18th is 4 Read, stability found through home and family. With the moon merging with Mercury and Uranus, the day moves through having our rational minds being influenced by our moods, and then later feeling impulsive and having the possibility for rash actions. April 19th is 5 Jaguar, when this is about empowerment through spending time in nature as the sun moves into Taurus, which is a sign that seeks security, certainty, and comfort, with the Aries moon being challenged by Pluto and stimulated by Venus. The day begins with the impulse to do things that aren't good for you. But later, there's the desire to be with friends and the people you love. The 20th is 6 Eagle, which is about being in the flow through seeing from a higher perspective, with the moon being opposed by Saturn, which may bring sort of isolated and lonely feelings. April 21st is 7 Wisdom, which is reflection on the wisdom of the ancients. And as the Taurus new moon merges with the sun, is in harmony with Neptune, and supported by Mars and Pluto, new moons are times of new beginnings, and this one comes bearing gifts. With all these planets that are in Earth signs, it brings grounded and stabilizing experiences, but also the passion to take action to transform, with the sensitivity for others' emotions, but also for the for other realms of awareness. This is really great energy to set an intention that is related to whatever house in your astrological chart contains 1 degree of Taurus. For me, that's the 11th house, and so I'll be reflecting on my dreams for the future. The 22nd is 8 Earth, which is balance through gratitude for Mother Earth on Earth Day. Woohoo! I love it when stuff like that lines up. As Mercury merges with Uranus for the 3rd time. So we had it here, we're having it here, and now on the 22nd, it's the 3rd time that Mars will be merging with Uranus, which brings inspirational ideas and unexpected information that propels us into the future. Also, the sun harmonizes with Neptune, which brings light and sensitivity to psychic and spiritual encounters. With the moon merging with Jupiter, it has us all feeling good. This is a great day. So make sure you get out and celebrate Mother Earth on Earth Day. Anyway, April 23rd is 9 Flint, patience through reflection and introspection, as the sun is supported by Mars, which has us feeling good about ourselves and may stimulate the desire for some physical activity. And with the Gemini moon being challenged by Neptune and Mars, which moves us from our fantasies feeling more important than reality, to later having irritable feelings and the possibility for needless disputes. Just avoid that altogether. Anyway, the 24th, 10 Storm, manifestation through recognizing the gifts of adversity, with the moon being stimulated by Uranus and Mercury, and merging with Venus, is a day where emotions move from restlessness to having stimulating conversations and finally feeling cheerful and just wanting to socialize. April 25th is 11 Sun. This is about resolution through honoring our ancestral wisdom, as Mercury is challenged by Pluto, which brings compulsive thinking, and people are finding the impulse to share their opinions regarding hidden psychological information that's kind of coming to the surface. With the moon receiving support from Saturn, which could have people keeping their emotions to themselves. On the 26th, we have 12 Crocodile, and this is understanding through nurturing new beginnings, with the moon being supported by Neptune, stimulated by Mars and the sun, challenged by Uranus and opposed by Pluto. The day begins with daydreaming and shifts to the desire to work independently. And then later, it brings sort of rebellious feelings and the need to have some breathing space. And finally, feeling profound emotions. April 27th is 13 wind, which is movement to the next stage through communication, with the Cancer moon being challenged by Mercury and harmonizing with Jupiter. This brings the danger of having our emotions overwhelm our rational intellects, but later enjoying the company of old friends. Actually, I've been thinking about the One Dog Tzolkin, and I found that dogs seem to be associated with the afterlife across cultures where the dead were buried. And I think that might be because they were scavengers and actually would go and dig up the graves. It was considered that when they consumed a corpse, they were considered to be ingesting the soul as well as the flesh of the dead. Um, One example of dogs relating to the afterworld is Anubis, which is the jackal-headed god of the afterlife in ancient Greece, but it was also portrayed as a black dog. And the Greeks and Romans associated Anubis with the star Sirius, which is the brightest star in the sky, and is also known in mythologies throughout the world as the dog star. Cerberus is a three-headed dog who guards the gates of Hades, allowing people to enter but not to leave. And the three heads represent the past, the present, and the future, or youth, adulthood, and old age. In ancient Irish mythology, references to dogs were numerous, which means that they were really an important symbol to the Celts. And the dogs were also magical and could heal people by licking their wounds. In Norse mythology, the world of the dead is overseen by a monstrous dog named Garm. And in Hinduism and Buddhism, there are two dogs that each have four eyes, which accompany Yama, the lord of the dead. And they served Yama by looking out for those who were about to die. In Aztec mythology, the departed soul descends into the underworld after death and comes to a river that's guarded by a yellow dog. Guardian hounds occur widely in shamanic otherworldly lore, and there's archaeological evidence, and mythology just has all these reoccurring examples of dogs in the role of psychopomps, which are guides on the paths to the other world, which is actually the role they play in Mayan mythology. They're as their guides who actually bear torches to assist humans in their descent into the dark underworld. Well, no matter where you find your light and guidance for your transformation during this One Dog Tzolkin, please take some time to be in the flow with the planet by being in nature, watching a sunrise or a sunset, communing with the stars, being conscious of the moment through introspection, meditation, or being with somebody you love. I mean, every single day we have on this planet is a blessing. No matter what dramas beckon to distract us, we're all here giving the performance of a lifetime on this world stage. So just take some time out to observe the play as well as act your part. Remember, you are a spiritual being having a human experience. So thank you for taking some time to check out New World Birth. The next segment of Care and Feeding of a New World Age will be on April 28th. For the one night Tzolkin, and we'll also discuss the Scorpio full moon and Mercury moving into Taurus. You can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, or the Mayan Magics website. It has a page for me, which is just awesome. I invite you to email me at newworldbirth@yahoo.com. If you have any questions about what the reports or anything at all, or if you wish to schedule a reading with me, and I got to say, due to the high demand for this, I decided not to change my reading offer. So you can still get a reading where you pay only what you can afford based on the value you get out of the experience. And that reading I'm currently offering will look at your human design chart to help you understand how to use your individual strategy and authority for making life decisions based on your own unique design. Uh, I'll also discuss the next 3 months astrological transits as they relate to your natal and progressed astrology chart. Uh, so if you've been thinking about taking me up on the special offer, please contact me, as I'd like to provide you a reading during these uncertain times. You'll need to be able to either call me in Maine or contact me with Skype to receive your reading. And as my gift to you, I will email you a 20 to 30 page report giving you 3 months of detailed planetary transits as they relate to your birth chart for all of the paid readings. As always, I am blessed that you've taken the time to connect with my passion for these ancient mysteries and their application in our journey through this incarnation. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste and Lakesh.